Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of The Shop Talk.
Hola, hola, hola.
Your host Michael Chevin here, and
Chevin and Anu in the building.
yes sir, and happy new month guys. Thank you so much for all the support so far. It's been amazing, and we hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this episode. Due to technical difficulties, there was a little bit of a switch, but episode still looks awesome, and we wanted to share that with you guys because we have love and appreciate all that support you've given us, right? So
Exactly.
yeah.
It was a very fun episode, but like he said, due to one or two technical difficulties, we're not able to get the entire episode. But the rest of it is so beautiful, we just couldn't keep it to ourselves.
You could also listen to the full episode on Spotify or Apple Music.
So if you're not satisfied with just the visuals and you want to get that total audio only experience, you know where to find us on Spotify.
Yes,
See you
sir.
there at The Shop Talk.
Yeah, let's go. If it was a real nigga. If you lost your girl to Rema, I'd be like, hey, that's Rema.
No, but Omah Lay is it though.
But Omah Lay?
Omah Lay is it, man.
No!
Omah Lay is it. Like, did you hear the song he was performing? Let me bend you. Let me bend you. This was one of the funnier ones I saw. And so he asked the same question, and this lady also said, remember you said I should be honest. When you see those words, you want honesty, or remember you're the one who asked for it, just know that you're in for it.
Bro, it's the same as the instance of you asking the body count, bro. It's just like, it's not something you need to know, but even then, it's just like
It'll shatter you somewhere.
yeah, this is information you don't need to ask, but if you're asking, be prepared for the consequences.
Facts. But she said he's more handsome than her ex, but she's more attracted to her ex's lips because they're very sexy.
Fair enough.
What do you mean fair enough? What's wrong with you? What do you mean fair enough? What do you mean? What's fair about that? Imagine your girl came up to you and was like, oh yeah, Michael, like you're a very handsome dude, but I love my ex's lips. They're just so dreamy and sexier than yours.
That is the power of bewitchment.
Stop speaking English. Speak English.
He basically bewitched her with his lips. Like, yo. So it's like, unfortunately, it's game is the game. That's all it is. The
Maybe
game is
his
the game.
lips did more than talking though.
They meant the other lips.
They meant the other lips. Well, let's get into it.
All right.
Yeah, that was funny. So please, if you're out there and you would want to know how your lover actually feels about you, just ask that question. If you're actually, more handsome or beautiful than any of her exes, and you'll be shocked that your relationship might end that day.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, man.
Don't say Anu caused you to do it, but please do it.
But
I want to see the responses.
And then here's the kicker, bro. Okay, so now, Omah Lay.
Bro, you've seen the video, right? If you haven't seen it, please go watch it.
Like,
go watch it.
Yo, we're gonna post it here too, but like, yo,
you need to see this.
it is so crazy.
What do you think about the whole situation, first of all?
Bro needs a hug. Bro needs a hug. Did you see how? Oh man, I felt bad for this guy.
Yo,
I know that pain.
Oh,
not that
you
bad.
know that pain.
Not that bad. No, not that
Wait,
bad. But,
before we go into Omah Lay, tell me about your pain right now.
bruh, crazy shit's happened, man. Yo, literally. So it probably wouldn't be anything as bad as that. But
Yeah.
say his is a 7-year relationship. This is just my past trauma, but like my prom story, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
What happened was I went to an all-boys Catholic school.
Okay.
And so as like with what the schools would do, there was all-girls schools that were like sister schools to ours.
Okay.
So sometimes they'd come over and then they'd come over for like competitions, and then we connected, and that's how it worked.
Okay.
There were like a couple pretty popular schools, like Regina Pages, which was the most popular. Like most dudes got their prom dates from that school. Or
Alright.
we're cooler girls from that school. I wasn't necessarily, because I'd come like 3 years after they'd already been like a whole set together. So yeah. Then there was another school called I can't remember the name right now.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sparklers.
I like the girl from there.
Okay.
I like the girl from less popular school.
Okay.
She was really cool, and she'd been okay with being my prom date. I asked her to be my prom date, and she was happy to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we were pretty cool. Closer to the prom date, we were talking, and then this was while we were still in boarding school. So like during that final year, we all stayed on campus. Like we never left.
Yeah.
And then we'd get letters from each other whenever they came into our schools.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So like I got in talking with her, and then I told her about the prom day itself, because like we set it up for a specific day.
Yeah.
And she didn't reply, or like she never answered me for that. Or actually, she hadn't accepted to my prom date yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Lulu is not the Solulu, but go on.
Yeah. So like she hadn't sent me any letters. So I was like, okay, gang, maybe I should just ask someone else. And there was a girl from the more popular school who liked me.
Okay.
And she ended up, and I sent her a letter asking if she would be my prom date. She said yes.
Okay.
Actually, she sent me a letter almost like the next event. I said yes. I was like, oh, gang.
Sexy. Okay.
But hear me out though. Here's the kicker. That same day, I got another letter from the
this
girl.
old lady. Yeah.
Yeah. The same day I got a letter from this chick saying yes. The same day I got a letter back from my first prom date, and they both said yes. So I was in a conundrum.
Oh, hot boy!
I was a player before I was a player. Unfortunately, I didn't want to be a player though.
Okay, get to it.
So what happened was, eventually, after school wrapped up, I had to break it off with the other girl who I didn't intend on asking first, because I like the other one.
Yeah.
And that left me. Yeah, a girl from her school hated me pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to
prom day.
Close to prom day, so like a week before prom.
Yeah.
I'm talking to, let's call her Gia. Let's call her Gia.
Okay. Using her, thinking we don't know who she is. We'll find you.
We asked Gia, and then she was having a university exam the same day as the prom.
Oh wow.
So, and she would have to be out of state. So that pretty much canceled the
Didn't
plans.
work.
Yeah. So I was looking for a prom date, and then there was this thing we had called the Vineyard or the White House.
Okay.
So the Vineyard is for the boys who didn't have prom dates. The White House.
I think I could come up with a better name with this, because there's the Hall of Shame and then the Hall of Fame.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, ended up going to, 3 days before prom.
Yeah.
I had no prom date, and then obviously I went back to the previous girl to ask her again. Let's call her
Spin it
Emma,
back.
but it didn't work out. Obviously. Obviously. I respected that. So turns out I had been friends with her best friend way before I even knew her. Yeah, like I used to talk to her way back, and then her friend was, and I was already talking to her, so I was like, yo, you don't have a prom date, right? She was like, yeah, she does have a prom date. I was like, oh sweet, like, would you want to go to prom with me then? Like, it would just be a casual thing then. And she was like, yeah, of course.
Okay.
So, not of course, but like, she was like, oh yeah, we'll go. We went, I got to the prom. That day was a terrible day for me. It was a terrible day.
Yeah, this is where the trauma comes out.
Yeah, okay. So I got to the prom day a little early, or not early, but like when at the time we said we would start, and then I managed to get there. My phone battery was not working because I needed to go get it changed, like get the charging port changed, and that screwed. Yeah, it was just a long day. Then I got there, she wasn't there. The prom started, everything was going good, but she wasn't there. She hadn't come yet. I was like, okay, yeah, maybe this is it. Then I just go to prom by myself, and that's okay. Going, and then at one point she walks in, and this is the first time I'm actually meeting this girl. Like, I knew her online, but I'd never met her in person yet.
Okay.
So I saw her walk in, and I was like, is that her? Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it is. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to walk to
her someone. Yeah.
And then so I waited, and then at one point she comes and meets me, and she's like, oh, Chevin? I was like, oh. And immediately I hugged her because I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, finally. Like, she's here.
Here's the kicker. She came in, and then apparently they were giving people, like, for people whose prom dates hadn't shown up, like they asked them there.
Okay.
So she got
paired
up with another dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, I want to just enter the floor. Dude, it was so bad. I got home that night. That day, my mom had traveled, so my siblings were we were all staying at my grandmom's house.
Yeah.
And my grandmom lives in another state right next to the state I live in.
Yeah.
Like she lives in Nasarawa and I live in ABJ.
Okay.
I had to go by myself all the way back. Yeah, just to do all that. And then I got home. I was just chilling, and then I was just like on the floor, bro. Yeah.
Emotional. I can't even laugh at you right now because I don't feel your pain because I haven't experienced it. But
yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, bro.
But yeah. So getting back to that, that's kind of why I relate to Omah Lay, bro, though. Because, like, imagine spending your hard-earned money for you to bring your girlfriend to a concert.
Just for her to go and
embarrass
bust
you,
it down.
Bro.
She was like, bust it down, Tatiana, bust it down, Tatiana.
Yo, they were literally recreated, what's it called? The silhouette trend from...
Oh, yeah, put your hand
on my shoulder. Oh, my God, bro. Like, imagine that, and then everyone else was laughing at him and clowning him.
I don't think the worst part. I don't think the worst part was even like them dancing. It was that it was online. There are like 7 different angles of this guy just being there, like shaking his head in disbelief, crying to himself. As a man, some people were like, "Yeah, this is why I'm just taking my leave." Go home to grab a bottle of bucket of ice cream and vodka and just enjoy the rest of my day.
No, like
he watched it from the beginning to the end.
And it's not one of these ones where it's an artist. Like, bro, wait, I have a tweet for this too. Hear me out. Like, from Boondocks.
Is it the Usher one? Yeah.
I could see it I could see it if it was a real nigga. If you lost your girl to Rema, I'd be like, hey, that's Rema.
No, but Omah Lay is it though.
But Omah Lay?
Omah Lay is it, man.
No!
Omah Lay is it. Like, did you hear the song he was performing? Let me bend you. Let me bend you. She can. You know, the funniest thing that there's a video of them, her and her friend outside, and she's like, did I even do such a bad thing? Like, was it that bad? Oh, women will shame me. Women? What? Am I hearing audiences?
Yeah, oh man.
It was tragic. So, men, if you go out to any show with your lady,
give him a hug, bro. Bro needs a hug. He needs please make sure to get in contact with mental health professionals, bro. Realistically, take care of yourself.
It's actually funny, and we must like add the clip to this video just in case motherfuckers have not seen it.
Yeah,
it is the most embarrassing
experience ever had.
As a guy, you just there like
no, even as as a person though, like bro.
But question though, if like what's her name, like Tyler, when she's performing water, ask you to come out water too.
Hell no. If I'm going on stage, my girlfriend, my partner is going with me.
Lies.
It would be a joint performance.
We will joint performance. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. But the joint performance but I don't know. I'm single, so Tyler, what's up? I can come on water.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it would just be crazy. It would just be really crazy.
It's wild though, going through something like that. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I've seen so many opinions about so many, this is why we shouldn't listen to don't take advice from people on the internet because someone was like, oh, she was trying to kickstart her dancing career. Like, come on.
Like, is the ones defending? Everything.
Accountability is not that hard to take. It's not my business, Sean.
Yeah, it is really not.
Girlfriend of mine or wife of mine, if I see you there,
fair warning.
You're not going home with me.
Nah, literally, even my partner and I, we discussed about it, and I asked her, imagine something like that. Imagine me, her and I going to a concert, and then something like that happening. It would just be like, nah, crazy.
Bye.
But yeah, bro. Got anything else today?
Of course, actually, there are 2 questions I wanted to ask you.
Oh, say less.
We can actually use this. So, I saw a tweet that got me thinking, and it was like, at what point during an interview you didn't realize you did not get the job.
I'm listening.
And some of the replies I've been seeing are like one of the wildest thing. And let me just give you one, and then we can like communicate on this a little bit. So the person said, I went to for an interview at a restaurant, and so the manager asked me like, oh, why do you want to work here? And he said, I love ice cream and meat pies. Because they serve pastry. And I was like, I love ice cream and meat pie. That's why I
serve cream
here.
pies.
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
But and then he said, and this was not the funny part. The funny part was that he said at the end that while he was working out, they just gave him one ice cream and 2 meat pie that he should go home.
Voila.
That's how he knew he did not get the job.
What if that's the like acceptance package? Dude?
What do you mean acceptance package? They asked him, why do you want to work with us? They were like, yeah, I just love to eat your food. And they're like, yeah, please come work with us.
But I mean that's his version of passion.
That's not the kind of passion they're looking for, Michael.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, have you ever been in such a situation whereby like you went for an interview or something and you just knew, yeah, this job is not for me, or like you're not gonna get that job?
Oh, let me see. I think when I was applying for Joey's, dude.
Oh,
Hear
really?
me out.
But
No,
you
no.
got that job.
I
though.
got that job, but hear me out. I originally applied to work at Joey's as a server. So when I got in there and I saw all these tall, white, like blue eyes, blonde hair types, I was like, oh yeah, no, okay, I would not get hired if I like. Yeah, they asked me where I was applying for. I was like, front of house. But I saw that, I was like, actually no, I'm going back of house.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
Man changed his whole career on the spot. He was like, white blondes? Yeah, do you guys take cooks? Do you take cooks?
Bro, that's how we became a dishwasher.
Yeah,
fam.
yeah, that's how
Dishwashing days, bro.
Do you think if you actually like did the interview, do you think there was any chance you could have actually gotten the job?
Hell no. I knew for a fact if I had, because then I was like, well, this is just me being honest with myself, and I was just like, I knew I was not fit for that job. I think also just the caliber, as well as like, okay, yeah, knowing that, okay, if I'm doing school right now, this wouldn't work. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a disappointing reality, but sometimes reality can be disappointing.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I've actually had one experience like that.
Oh yeah. What was
I was just job hunting and I went out to a restaurant here in Main Street actually.
Oh yeah.
And I was applying to, and the position was like a store manager, and they saw my they saw my resume and asked me to come for an interview, and I was like, yo, these people can clearly see I only have experience in the kitchen. Why are they like, asking me to be a front of house manager? Well, I went there and like I sat down, and me and the lady were discussing, and it was all fun, and then she kind of asked me one question. She was like, okay, how would you handle if someone were to serve a guest wrongly? And as someone in the kitchen, you just stare them, what are you doing? You can't just correct them on the spot because you're in the back house. And so I kind of gave that response where I was like, yeah, you just like put them off to the side, like have that little conversation, and then hop on. And she had this she just had this drop in her face when she was like, we're all smart. She just like had this drop. Just wrote a lot. She was like, and I looked and I was like,
it was at this point
I knew I fucked up. She just looked down and I was like, yeah. I was like, so when do I come in for like the next interview? She was like, yeah, we'll give you a call. Well, you know how the white ladies we do. Yeah, we'll let you know if this position is actually for you. And I was like,
yeah.
2 days later,
I'll text you back. Proceed to never text back.
But yeah, I wasn't even like trying to get it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Wait, was that recent or after Joey's?
No, this was like a long time ago. Like I was just trying to see what I could get out there just because.
Fair enough.
And that happened, and like it kind of like demoralized me a little bit.
Yeah.
But on the other side was like, okay, I need to go get my skill set up. You know what I mean? So I can actually fit into everywhere. I had to go get my skill set up. But that was funny. And then the last tweet I wanted to like read out to you.
All right.
Because this one blew my brain. And so the interviewer asked, why should we give you this job? And the person replied, will you do it yourself?
I mean, fair. It's like that's literally as a contractor though. Think of it as like a contractor. What you're doing, they wouldn't do it themselves. So like, you kind of need me to do the job.
It's an interview.
But yeah, it's an interview, and it's like, yeah, bro, I wanted to try coming in strong. It didn't work out.
No.
You gotta lose up. Let it go.
That was sad. It was like, are you not doing Nigerians be or like African ones? They're like, would you sarcastic voice?
No.
Like, would you do it yourself?
Oh yeah, no.
Exactly. So you might as well hire me. Like, no, I'm not gonna hire you. Fuck.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, that was crazy.
Alright, actually, I got one tweet then, real quick.
Okay, run it up.
Okay, so this is a scenario. My Muslim client was offended when I told him I am Muslim too. He advised me not to be a sex worker because it's sinful. Nigga, we both going to hell. The fuck?
Oh, co-worker.
No.
Read that again. I'm sorry.
Let me give you a little context. It's a woman that's tweeting this.
Yes.
My Muslim client was offended.
Client. Oh. My goodness. When you said like when you got to the end and you're like they're like she's a sex worker, I was like, for him to be advising us, probably her clerk or something. No. Said client. My brother, both of you are going to the same place. You go and continue what you started.
Exactly. But it's at that point she knew she was not getting the job.
Yeah, she was not getting the job. I'm fucking dying. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. It's been lovely. I feel like we could even keep going, honestly.
No,
but
literally.
Yo, I respect y'all's times, and I know like we honestly appreciate having you guys listen to us ramble and talk shit.
Yeah.
It's been great. So can't wait to see you guys on the next episode.
Yes, sirs, ma'ams, 8 days, all of you, all inclusive. So yeah, first off, if you have like a partner and you're going to a concert, please tie them down so they don't go on stage and
I saw a TikTok of a dude who was like, next time I'm taking my girl to a Rema or an Omah Lay concert, or next time I'm taking her to a concert, he put handcuff on stuff.
Yes, sir. Put handcuff like, yeah, this is how we're dancing.
This is how we
better dance this way the whole night. Let's go.
But yeah, guys.
But yeah, it was really nice like having you all here and watch us ramble. Please like and subscribe, and if there's anything else you'd love to hear, let us know.
Yeah. That's it. It's been lovely, guys.
Have a great day. Whoosh.
What the fuck is a celebrity pass?
Yeah, it's like when you're in a relationship, you all think there's a celebrity pass.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's a thing.